John the Van Guy, and lovely sunny day on the Morris Minor. This time I'm fishing in fact. I'm actually fixing a little pump for the washer. I was fed up with the little manual pump that actually you get. This is a little manual pump that actually came with the car, and found it very unreliable. I did have a go buying this little cheapo because I thought the diaphragm, it's only a little diaphragm inside, might have gone. Again, couldn't get it to work, faffing about with it for ages. So in the end I thought, I'll put a little motor in, and the little motors you can actually pick up and buy for £10–11 on eBay. And here it is here. Oh, handy little motor. So where do you place it? What I've done, I've found a good place would be quite close to the water bottle. There's multiple ways of doing all this, and I've just found this was the most convenient. So you've got the water bottle down there. There's a non-stop valve in the bottom of the pipe in the water bottle. So I've just cut this pipe. What you'll need is you'll get more washer pipe. This flexi tubing. You'll probably get it at Whole Foods, standard stuff. But you'll find that the original will be all hard and nasty, so you might as well take it out while you're doing it. So there's the little pump. And so how have I connected it all up? Well, the first thing you do is sit down and draw a diagram of the circuit, or the circuit you could want to create. This is what I did. Otherwise it gets a bit confusing, I found anyway, for me. Here we have the water pump. Live ignition going to a switch, and the switch going through a line going through the pump, and from the pump to earth. So you've got, it's negative earth on this. Some of them are positive earth, which is very confusing, but this is a later model, 1962. So that's what you got. Once you've drawn that out, you can simply work out where you're going to put everything. So I got a push switch from Whole Foods, just here. And then I had to fit it somewhere. So I made up this bit of metal coming from, in fact, it was from when I did the suspension mounts at the back. One of the suspension mounts, I'd cut bits off it, the suspension mount, and one of the bits had a nice little hole in it, about the right size for this. So I didn't have to drill a hole for that, but I shaped that, and it's got a lip on it. And I found 2 bolts which actually hold the ignition on under the desk. So I didn't have to drill and make any new bolts. So I took the bolts out, made this as it was, and using this sort of lip to bolt back up again to hold it. And so it fits quite nicely, I thought. Right, and it's a case of wiring up. Okay, so according to our diagram, we need a live. To get the live, you only want the live when the ignition's on. So I went back to the fuse box, and you can check the fuse box with the ignition on and off, and using a multimeter. So there's your 2 big fuses, very beautifully basic. You'll find that this one at the top is live all the time. So if you put across the terminals or onto earth, you'll find it live all the time. This one you'll find is only live with the ignition on. So I found, and by taking the fuse out, I found that the live end is that end, and so when the ignition on, this end becomes live. So what I thought, well, I could feed a wire from the actual switch through to here, which I've done. So that's that brown wire. I've used 25 amp, quite heavy duty wire. You don't need probably to use that, but I like to do overdo it a little bit, and for safety more than anything. Now you can put. So this goes via the fuse now. So, all right. So this other lead, so that goes to the switch, right? The other lead comes from the other side of the switch and comes back all the way to the pump, and that's that there. That's the positive on the pump. There's a little positive and negative on the pump to tell you where to connect it. So according to my diagram, the other terminal on the pump goes to earth. Well, I found here this connection, it was actually quite loose. It was already being used as an earth connection, and it's only kind of a mounting bolt to hold this bracket. So what I did was you can get up the other side to hold the bolt with some pliers and the mole grips, and I was able to take that out and clean it all up and use that as the earth. Okay, so that is basically a very simple approach. You can, I mean, I've seen other people, and it might be advisable, but because I've got a fuse in the system already, I didn't actually bother. But in the lead from the switch to the pump, you could always put a fuse connect. Again, you could often get a little connection fuse. Okay, did I come across any more problems? What you might have to buy is some jets. You can actually get them for the Morris Minor. I've got put them on there, both ends. You can just about see them. And the only way to, the standard way to actually get the little holes directed at the screen is just using a pin. You can't get away from it. Just a standard little pin, and that works. So you play around a bit with that to get the jet direction right. Fill up your water bottle, and I think that's about it. So I connected everything together about 5 minutes ago, and I thought, well, while I'm at it, I might as well record it. So for my own benefit more than anything else, because you never forget what I've done in a few years' time. You never know. So I've traced the wires back here, as you can see, over and under everything. If you open the glove box, again, I've got no insert. The glove box inserts are so expensive, aren't they? Maybe I might think about getting some. And through there, and I found, just another thing, if you're doing this, I found a good little trick. If you trying to get them through the bulkhead, the wires, what did I use? I used these things. I got a full set of them, and obviously I found that on this, a lot of the wires go by the fuse box, go through the bulkhead about here, and I found by pressing through with one of these, I was made a large enough hole, just pushing through the side, to actually make the room for the wires to actually push through. It's a simple thing, but seems to work. So, what can I tell you? Except, would you like to see it working? Yes, you said. Okay, there we go. Let's get in the car. Turn the ignition on. Press the switch. Come on, babies. There you go. Whoa! What joy. I know I've seen it in the practice, but some people have adapted the original and made it into a push switch. So a bit of trickery. I suppose you could do that if you want to make it look original, but I'm not that bothered. Okay, bye then, folks.